Hey, welcome back to the program. This is the program. This is your real estate chalk talker broadcasting from the Rack Shack Barbecue Studio here in the lovely city of Eagan. RackShackBarbecue.com is the place to go. Rack Shack BBQ. What is it? RackShackBBQCatering.com?
You got it.
There you go. Nailed it. RackShackBBQCatering.com. Go there and sign up and get you all hooked up for your fall parties that are coming online. Halloween parties. I'm surprised how many Halloween parties that we do.
Really?
Yeah. People have a Halloween party. I guess it's a big deal for the younger set.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Money market. Kelvin, what's going on? Everybody's been waiting for a whole hour for you to tell us the good news. The wind down.
I need a couple minutes. I'm just going to read an article.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. All morning we're preparing. I'm just trying to read like one article and
get sidetracked with a conversation about nothing.
Somebody talking about nothing. So let's talk real quick. So this last week, mortgage interest rates actually went up a little bit. Nothing to get nervous about yet. However,
Yeah.
Why would they go up? Because the market was just smoking.
Well, usually when the market is smoking, they do go up.
Oh, I thought they followed more of the bonds.
No, they
go in the opposite
direction.
Sorry.
So anyway, there's the Federal Reserve on Wednesday came out and they talked about the great unwinding and how they're going to start to move selling off, and holy cow, that's going to it'll be interesting. So there's a lot of predictions that the analysts believe that they will you'll see mortgage interest rates start to creep up a little bit because of the artificial lowering of the rates. Now they said, hey, this has stopped since it was October of 2014. They haven't been buying, but they haven't also been selling off, trying to push back into the marketplace. So they said, let's see here. According to the schedule, first announced in June, Fed will allow $6 billion U.S. Treasury holdings and $4 billion in mortgage-backed securities to roll off each month. So that's amazing, isn't it?
What's that mean, roll off?
That they'll sell it into the for the markets to pick up.
Okay. So that's increased supply, which would drive
it's going to drive the price down and rates up. So, so we expect that rates will go up a little bit. So right now is actually a pretty good time to lock in. We have a couple of refinances that we're working on in the office, and actually I was looking at the numbers for our company. We still had 28% of our volume this year has been refinanced. So there's still been quite a bit of refinance business out there, and it's not just lowering rates. A lot of times it's moving off of mortgage insurance. Maybe they have an FHA loan and they no longer
have
really
some
equity now.
Right.
Well, let's get out of it, and we save. One we just saved them $181 a month just because we got rid of the private mortgage insurance. So there's other reasons. Other people need to pay off a home equity line of credit because we've seen home equity lines of credit start to creep up. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got our new. We have a bank that we do all of our seconds and our bridge loans and equity lines. They just sent out their rates and they were all up at a quarter. Not a lot, but you're going to notice it. And if you're in that thing for quite a while, you're going to say, hey, I want to start, I just want to get that money locked up for 30 years. So we have some refinances going, and now would be a really good time to kind of lock that rate in and let's be done with that, just because we don't know what's going to go on down the road.
I get contact from past clients as well that bought in like 2010, 11, 12, 13 when the market was significantly lower, and we've seen appreciation. They did buy with FHA loans, and that mortgage insurance is just going to hang on for them. So with the amount of appreciation we've had in that time over the last 5-6 years, almost everybody could be getting out of their FHA loans that they bought during that time. Now, so long as they qualify for the new payments and their credit's still good and their income's there. But it's a good conversation to have. Just last week I did a couple of markets for people to fill them in on where they were at. They'd finished basements, etc., and they wanted to just know where they were at. They're not moving. Right. But thinking about refining and thinking about the value of their home.
That's great. And we had a couple people off the radio show called in, and we're doing refinance for both of these folks. So that's kind of exciting too. And one had some force-placed insurance on their property
because it was not insured.
It wasn't insured, and so they did some. So there's a lot of different things. When we're just digging into it a little bit, they're like, "Man, I think we can get a lower payment." And my husband's a veteran, and couldn't we go here? And so if you're a veteran, thank you for your service, and call us because there's so many options, and the VA wants to help. This is a disabled vet, and man, it's nothing to save these people a ton of money. So if you have a VA loan, or you're a veteran and you don't have a VA loan, but you're thinking, hey, we might want to refinance. Like in this case, they're refinancing from conventional into a VA loan, 100% financing. I mean, it's a great product. So
Along those same lines and what Keith was talking about too, you look at what the prices have done. In 2012, the median sale price in the 7-county metro area was under $160,000. That was the median sale price. Today, the median sale price is closer to $250,000. I mean, that's tremendous appreciation in that time frame. So if you were one of those fortunate people who purchased after the crash, when that market was at its lowest point, in what would have been, Keith, 10, 11, and 12, I suppose,
Yeah.
when the market was at the
10
bottom.
to 12.
You have tremendous appreciation in that
Right.
property now, and you can, if you want to refinance, you can do that. Also, if you've got some other needs, maybe a second mortgage out there, a student loan debt, or a car loan, or something that you want to get rid of,
not a bad time.
it's not a bad time maybe to take advantage of that and get rid of some of that extra debt that you've got out there.
It's interesting. They came out, like you were saying earlier, Keith. 2018 is around the corner now, which is kind of weird. But people talking about what they anticipate, and for 2018, the headline is that they expect the economic environment to remain favorable for housing and mortgage markets, with moderate economic growth of about 2%, which would be really under what Trump's hoping for, but under 2%, solid job gains and low mortgage interest rates. In other words, deja vu. So, and for me, that works great.
Yeah,
so I
that's
hope
good.
that's tapering off, doesn't move rates too far up. I think if we're anywhere, like it was fun, we locked a few people with the 3 in front of it again, right? So 3.875, 3.75. But then if we can stay anywhere from that high 3s to mid 4s, that's that's really cheap money.
That is cheap money.
And I think it doesn't, that rate isn't going to prohibit anybody from purchasing. You know what I mean? Where a rate of 6 or 7% might prohibit somebody from moving because the price of homes is appreciated, so that payment's a little tougher. So I think that's good. I'd love your reaction, Keith, on this this headline or statement. It says, thus far in 2017, home sales are the highest in a decade, but are unlikely to grow by much going forward. Inventory problems will continue to limit sales in the short term, and long-term trends like the aging of the population and declining mobility across all age groups will hold down existing sales.
I don't know if I agree with that at all. And I'll tell you why. People move because of a lot of different reasons, and the mobility of the country is amazing. How many people are moving in and out of the Twin City, our market here, the Twin City market, from across country, here and there, and everywhere. We have great job creation in this area. I mean, we were in the running for Amazon and some of these larger companies. Was just announced recently, this week, as a matter of fact, that what's a big grocery store chain? I can never. Ivy is building a massive distribution center in Minnesota.
Really?
It's going to affect
It
some.
makes sense.
some
They're
people.
opening so many darn stores.
Right.
You guys in Farmington are going to get one.
So you got all this stuff coming, right? And inventory is actually the new listings are up for August. They're down a little bit year to date, but in August they're up just a touch. Closed sales are down. Median sale prices are on the upswing. Real wage growth is on the upswing. So you got good jobs, real wage growth, and a dynamic economy. People are houses do wear out. So you do tear them down and build new ones, and they don't last forever.
Right.
And areas do become fall out of favor, or maybe have other best uses that they decide to tear a block down and build apartment buildings or whatnot. So I don't agree.
You don't
with
agree with that?
No.
Okay. Junior, anything on that or not?
I think that we're going to have a kind of our very similar trend that we've been having over the course of the last 5 years.
Because they said in the article they expect about a 2% growth rate, and that's it.
Not saying it's not going to keep pace with inflation.
Right.
It will.
It will.
Yeah, it will. It'll definitely keep pace with inflation, especially in light of the fact, and we talked about it in previous shows, is you've got all these hurricanes that have literally wiped out huge areas of the country. I mean, think of the demand there for materials that are going to drive prices up. So then you think that now housing isn't going to be affected by the price increases? Of course it is. And as new construction becomes more expensive, it drags existing home sales with it, because it may price out some people where they look at new and what they get for the cost of new, and they're like, ooh, you know,
Just
maybe-
don't know.
let's just look at some existing where we get a
I
little
think
bit
that
better
would be
value.
great. If-
Let me hit on rates real quick. 30-year fixed, you're 3.875 to 4 1/8. FHA VA loans around 3.5. 15-year 3 1/4. Locked somebody this week at 3 1/4 on a 15-year, and ARMs are all over the place but pretty low. So gives you a real quick rough idea. If you want to have a conversation, love to have that with you. Give me a call, 651-231-2500. Again, 651-231-2500, or go to mysmartermortgage.com so you can get some more information about us.
Thanks, Kelvin.
We are going to head out to break here. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk, 612-627-8000. That's the number to call. Go to realestatechalktalk.com, or I tell you what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to go to hittnergroup.com. It's a new website. Keith Reno's been working on it. It's got all kinds of whistles and bells and spinning tops on it. It's kind of fun and exciting to go to, actually. It's really functional, easy to do. Hittnergroup.com will be